Wisconsin's primary election day is finally here. What you need to know before and after you vote. Plus, the FBI executed a search warrant on the home of former President Donald Trump. What the search means and what was confiscated. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Election day is fully underway in the Badger State with polls opening at 7 o'clock this morning. As the noon rush begins, our McKenna Alexander joins us live from the City County Building in Madison with an update on what voters can expect today. McKenna.
Yeah, right now this morning, things have been pretty slow with wait times not that long, although, like you mentioned, the lunch rush is just beginning. Joining me right now is Dane County Clerk Scott McDonald. So, Scott, how have things been going so far? Have you heard any issues or anything?
It's been really quiet. Sort of a little more quiet than normal, so usually I don't complain about that, but it also means if you get out and vote, it should go really quickly.
And there have been a couple changes to voting this election, lots of changing pieces. What are some things people really need to be aware of before they come to their polling location today?
Well, the first one would be check your polling location, because there was redistricting that happened last year, and so you may not have voted in the last year, so make sure you know where your polling location is, and you can look that up on myvote.wi.gov. You may have moved, so make sure you can register at the polls. Bring something with your address on it, like a utility bill. It doesn't have to be your driver's license. So your driver's license can have the wrong address on it. That's just to show who you are. But if you've moved, you might want a utility bill, maybe a bank statement, and you can use what's on your phone.
And I know we were talking about what's behind you right now as far as absentee ballots, which people know going in.
Yeah, don't use the drop boxes. So, and then that's going forward. So, that's what the court ruled. So don't put your ballot in a drop box. You can put it in the original sort of blue drop box, the mailbox, and you can bring it to the clerk, and that's it.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for meeting with us today. Now, just a reminder, polls are open until 8 tonight. So long as you are at your polling location and in line, if there is one, you can vote so long as you are there by 8.
McKenna Alexander reporting for us live from downtown Madison. Thank you. There are a host of races across the viewing area and the state, and News 3 Now and Channel3000.com are your one-stop shop for everything you need to know. Our Shane Hogan has a breakdown of how we're helping you navigate campaign 2022, from helping you to vote to watching the results in real time.
We're going to start with the banner that you will see at the top of the homepage here on Channel3000.com. This has what you need to take with you to the polling place, the latest election news, and our special that aired last night. So if you click here on the Races and Results tab, this will take you to this page where you will see this interactive map that can go county by county. So for example, if I click on the map here, I can bring up Dane County, and you will see the candidates and their polling numbers. Right now, they will be continuing to update throughout the day. You can do this for both Republican and Democrat. So on the Democratic side of things, you can see Mandela Barnes, and again, go county by county in Milwaukee, Madison, whatever county you want throughout the state. You can also see different House races as well throughout the state. And if you go back to the home page and you click on the Election News tab, this will take you to this page where we have our top stories from the election and on candidates themselves to keep you updated throughout the day. And down here, you can see who's on the ballot for each of these races. Statewide races for Wisconsin governor, lieutenant governor, and even state legislature. Through all of these different races, you can see who is running. And on this page as well, you will get a full list of polling locations. If you click this link here, it'll show you the whole list of polling locations here in Madison. And we also have this map that shows you all of the different locations as well. And another important note for you, if you don't have cable or you have trouble getting us over air, our Channel 3000 Plus connected app will have live streaming of coverage throughout the night and day as well.
All right, Shane, thank you. News 3 Now has you covered on this election day. You'll find everything you need to know about today's primary, including where to vote and what to bring with you on Channel3000.com, as Shane mentioned. And just look for the Campaign 2022 banner at the top of our homepage. Stay with us this evening for the latest election results. We'll have live coverage with the top candidates, and you can follow along with our online maps to find out who's winning where as the votes are tallied. And don't forget to download the Channel 3000 News app so you can get notifications when each race is called. Let's head to the weather center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a certified most accurate forecast of the weather. No excuse not to vote today.
Yeah, weather is certainly on your side when it comes to getting out and being able to vote today. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures are hanging out into the 70s now. We should be warming up at 78 later on this afternoon. It is 73 at the airport right now. Still very little in the way of wind out there. Dew points are into the mid-50s. That keeps things comfortable. Mid-70s pretty much all across the state, with some lower 70s closer to the lakeshore. Across the sandy soils, keeping things a little bit warmer at 78. The rest of Dane County, our temperatures are hanging out into the 70s as well. It is 71 in Verona and Mount Horeb along with Perry, 70 along the south side of the county from Belleville over to Stoughton and Rockdale right now. As we look throughout the rest of today, we all see that sunshine warming up towards 78. We will cool down to the 50s overnight tonight. That also will come with clear skies. But Mark, tomorrow, not only are we warmer, but there's a little chance for a shower. I'll tell you when and who could see it coming up in a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. New at noon, deputies are investigating a shooting in Jefferson County that may have left one person dead. Deputies were called to a home in Sumner just after midnight for reports of gunshots. A person was seen walking from the home. That person was later arrested. An investigation is still ongoing, but information on the victim and suspect has not been released. Officials have not even confirmed if the victim died as a result of the shooting, but they did say the death is the result of foul play. Former President Donald Trump is the focus of new FBI investigation looking into how he handled classified materials. Skylar Henry has the latest.
FBI agents seized boxes of documents while executing a search warrant at former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home Monday.
This means that a judicial officer found there was probable cause to believe there was evidence of a crime at Mar-a-Lago.
CBS News has learned the search warrant is connected to missing White House records. Earlier this year, the National Archives asked the Justice Department to investigate Trump's handling of official documents.
We think they're the 15 boxes that he took from the White House to Mar-a-Lago and wouldn't give back. That's the most likely reason that they wanted the search warrant.
Executing a search warrant on a former president's home has never been done before, and given the political nature of this search, approval likely came from the very top of the FBI and the Department of Justice.
This is a big-time move that in part is going to be stepping on a hornet's nest. He's already issued an outraged statement. They knew it would happen, and they don't care.
Republican lawmakers soundly criticized the search, calling for hearings looking into the FBI.
And there's been lots of questions before this raid about whether or not the FBI is doing their job apolitical. And we don't know the answer to that question yet.
The Trump family called it political persecution.
They do it for one reason, because they don't want Donald Trump to run and win again in 2024.
The surge has angered many of the former president's supporters who rallied outside of Trump Tower in New York. Trump PACs are already fundraising off the news, sending out texts asking supporters to donate. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
And world-renowned tennis player Serena Williams announced her retirement this morning in a Vogue article. Williams, a 23-time Grand Slam winner, said she's going to focus more on being a mom to her 4-year-old daughter Olympia, her spiritual goals, and discovering new sides to herself. Gracing the cover of the magazine's September issue, Williams says she doesn't want to call this a retirement, but rather an evolution. Williams is set to play professionally one last time at this year's U.S. Open on August 29th. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Do spiders dream? A closer look at what scientists have discovered coming up next.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Do you want everything you may deserve? Tell the insurance company you mean business.
I knew who to call.
They know how to get more from the insurance company.
Call 800-800-5678, Hupy and Abraham, right now.
Protecting your home starts at the top. If your shingles are torn, cracked, and flying off in the wind, it can cause leaks that lead to costly repairs. So make the switch to Erie Metal Roofing. Get one-day installation on the last roof you'll ever need. And there's no shortage in our supply chain, so we can turn your job around quickly. Erie is A+ rated with the BBB. More than 2,000 excellent reviews online. And now take advantage of this special offer. Call 1-800-966-4500 during this program and receive a 60-inch HD TV with your purchase of an Erie metal roofing system. We've helped thousands of homeowners afford a new metal roof. Call today for an estimate as soon as tomorrow. And don't miss this opportunity. Receive a 60-inch HD TV with your metal roofing system purchase from Erie Metal Roofing. Call 1-800-966-4500. That's 1-800-966-4500.
The more you buy, the more you save during Steinhaffel's Buy More, Save More sale. Start with store-wide savings of 35% or more, and then take an extra $100 off $19.99, $200 off $29.99, or $300 off your purchase of $39.99 or more. Mattresses, sofas, dining, bedrooms, and more. The more you buy, the more you're gonna save. So shop today in-store or online. Relax. It's Steinhaffel's.
I'm Rebecca Clayfish, and your choice for governor is clear. I'm the Tea Party mom who took on the Madison establishment and won. Tim Michaels is a Madison insider who's enriched himself with your tax dollars. I stood with Scott Walker to cut your taxes. Tim Michaels sided with the union bosses and pushed to raise our gas tax to make himself richer. Tim Michaels is out for himself. I'm Rebecca Clayfish. As governor, I'll always fight for you.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different.
We really loved their educational approach.
Call 844-600-NEXT. 50% off your installation.
If you've been injured in an accident, don't take on the insurance company alone. Put resources and experience on your side. Call 800-800-5678, Hupy and Abraham, right now.
Pfizer says it's buying a hematology company called Global Blood Therapeutics for close to $5.5 billion. Pfizer's been on a recent corporate buying spree, investing some of its COVID-19 vaccine profits. Global Blood Therapeutics makes tablets for treating sickle cell disease, a group of inherited red blood cell disorders. The Federal Trade Commission says it's fining a Utah-based apparel company and its owner more than $211,000 for falsely claiming its imported clothing is made in the U.S. The FTC's complaint, first announced in May, alleged Lions Not Sheep products added phony made in the USA labels to goods actually imported from China and other countries. The order calls on the company to stop making the claims unless it can prove otherwise. In a statement to USA Today, the company said it disagrees with the ruling, yet has no choice but to accept it and move on. And Casper, a mattress seller, posted a listing on its website looking to hire someone with exceptional sleeping ability. The job includes napping in Casper stores as well as in unexpected settings. The part-time gig also calls for someone who does not mind sleeping with a camera on and who can, quote, sleep through anything. That is your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
Check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 52 points. The NASDAQ off 194. The S&P 500 down about 24.5. A new study from the University of Constance in Germany finds arachnids fall into the deepest stage of sleep, REM, just like humans. The study observed jumping spiders specifically, discovering they experience twitching and uncontrolled leg movements while they sleep.
They have little bursts of activity throughout the night that reoccur really regularly. So I personally do think that they're experiencing visual dreams, but it will be very difficult to prove that scientifically.
I would think so. Researchers say this is the first time scientists have seen REM sleep in animals without spines or backbones. The findings are published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences Journal. Coming up, how parents can help their children choose the best sport for them. And Chris has your latest forecast. That's coming up after the break.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Protecting your home starts at the top. If your shingles are torn, cracked, and flying off in the wind, make the switch to Erie Metal Roofing. Get one-day installation on the last roof you'll ever need. And there's no shortage in our supply chain, so we can turn your job around quickly. And listen to this special offer. Call during this program and receive a 60-inch HD TV with purchase of an Erie Metal Roofing system. Don't miss this special opportunity. Receive a 60-inch HD TV with your metal roofing purchase.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
We've been spending more time than ever before at home, where we're continually inspired to make it our own, where the perfect wall mounting can lift your spirits, and that once hidden path to your door is now illuminated with intrigue to lead you inside. With Patriot Lighting, your lighting is another way to put your personal style on display. Smart, sophisticated, radiant, just like you. We have hundreds of options to make your home and your world shine a little brighter. Find your style with Patriot Lighting, only at Menards.
Shop local for quality made in the USA products at Wanakee Furniture, ETC. Browse a wide variety of sofas and hardwood home furnishings from brands you can trust, like Smith Brothers, Simply Amish, and Flex Steel. Every style, every budget.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
We expect a close race in the Republican primary for governor.
Tomorrow morning, we'll have where the race stands and a live interview with Mandela Barnes.
Rumbles of thunder. Who can hear them and when? The forecast tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
It's go time, people. We all have a story to tell. So let's come together to laugh out loud, to share some hope and joy, all on my new show.
Weekdays on WISC-TV starting September 12th. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report is at the State Fair for a couple of days. She'll be back later this week, so here are your farm numbers. Part of a sports team is a good way to help keep kids active, allow them to make friends and have fun, but it may be hard to figure out which sport fits your child the best. Mandy Gaither explains how parents can help their child make the right decision.
The fall sports season has kicked off. Taking part can be fun and healthy.
Keep physical fitness for children a positive experience.
Pediatric sports medicine Dr. Elizabeth Davis with Orlando Health says the best way to get your child interested in a sport is to let them choose.
Or if a child sees on TV gymnastics or figure skating or football and they decide, I want to try that, let them try that.
If your child doesn't have a preference, Davis says parents should let them try several sports.
sign them up for a few lessons and see if they like it. If they like it, great, they can stick with it. If they don't like it, then it's something that you don't have to sign them up for the next season, and then they can move on to something else.
At times, children may lose interest in a sport. Davis says a parent will always know best, but in general, children should honor their commitment.
You really should encourage your child, unless they're in a dangerous situation or they're getting hurt or you're really concerned for their safety, that they really do need to finish the season.
Since not everyone does well on a team, Davis says kids can also try a sport that's more individualized, like swimming, golf, or tennis.
You're still going to see the same benefits from a health perspective because they're still having to practice, they're still having to exert themselves and get that physical activity.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And sometimes it's hard to know when to start a child in a sport. Davis says it's usually best to start when they can follow directions and their attention span is longer. She suggests around the age of 4. What does the forecast hold? Here's Chris with the answer.
Well, we have sunshine outside right now. It remains comfortable. Lots of blue, but you also see your decorator clouds looking out towards the west. That sticks around with us. All the moisture well to our south at this point. We will be staying dry right here across southern Wisconsin for the rest of this afternoon. So there is nothing that should stop you from being able to get out and about and have your voting day. Here we go. It's 73 right now. Humidity at 53%. Dew points are into the mid-50s for us. 72 for Watertown. Janesville joining us at 73. So is Wisconsin Dells, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, Wautoma, and Viroqua. So 73, a popular number for us this morning. That's across southern Wisconsin, Dane County. Most of us are hanging out into the lower 70s. 71 more so towards the eastern side of Dane County. Even Verona and Mount Horeb coming in at 71 for us right now. As we look ahead, temperatures still warm up towards 78 this afternoon, even at dinner time, 6 o'clock. Not a lot of movement to the air. Temperatures will be hanging out right around 77. This is what happens when high pressure is essentially right on top of you. That is what we are seeing out there. We push forward and we'll cool down into the 60s overnight tonight. Some of us, though, or most of us rather, will actually be into the 50s, not even 60s, but 50s overnight. Then our winds turn out of the west as we move towards tomorrow, but we start to warm up just a little bit. So by lunchtime tomorrow afternoon, we're into the upper 70s, but we will top out into the low and mid 80s for your highs tomorrow. Watch this, though. There's a cold front, a little disturbance. It's going to try to move in from the north, but the reality is with our winds out of the west and not southerly, we're moisture starved. Most of that moisture stays to our south. You see a little bit of cloud cover. You see some spotty showers that try to get going, but they never really do so. That's to the north and east tomorrow night. By Thursday morning, this is where our better slight chance of a shower comes from. Most of your shower activity is going to be focused more so to our south and west. Even then, a lot of that stays to our south and west, and it could be a tail on Thursday where you've got sunshine to the north and east, cloud cover to the south and west, but temperatures still generally should hang out into the 70s for just about all of us. Here's a look at rain chances as we start to look ahead. Here's your Thursday, Friday rain chance. Like I said, it's minimal. Saturday itself, that's going to be our best chance of rain that we have in the forecast right now. We'll see what starts to pop up, though, towards next week. Later next week, some of the models are a little bit more amped up on chances for rain. We'll see how that plays out. But the bottom line is this. It's a terrific Tuesday. A little bit warmer by Wednesday, thunder on Thursday with a question mark. And really, if we see a shower, it might be more so showers as opposed to thunderstorms. But of course, we will watch it. Just a slight chance early on. 76 on Friday, a chance for some rain on Saturday, but then everything else is pretty much slight chance. Even into Tuesday, there's only a smaller chance to see those showers of thunderstorms there. We'll keep most of your temperatures, though, into the 70s. We're starting to cool things off just a bit.
And what's the normal high for this time of year?
It is right around 81.
Okay, so
yeah.
Doing well. All right, Chris, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you love diner food, grab a fork and bring your appetite, because today we're cooking up a blue plate special that's nothing short of stupendous.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
If your roof is 10 years old or older and the shingles are deteriorating and leaking, it's not your fault, it's the asphalt. Immediate relief is available with one call to Erie Metal Roofing. Get a lifetime of protection against wind, rain, hail, and heat with the most energy-efficient roofing system we've ever offered. And it may qualify you for a discount on your homeowner's insurance. Beautiful, insulated, stone-coated metal roofing backed with a lifetime warranty. See the before and after difference. Be sure you ask about our one-day installation. Get the last roof you'll ever need. And time's running out to call and receive a 60-inch HD TV with your purchase of an Erie Metal Roofing system. Visit online at eriemetalroofs.com. And remember, it's your last chance to call during this program for the 60-inch HD TV with your metal roofing system purchase from Erie. Call 1-800-966-4500. That's 1-800-966-4500.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
And my economic plan is moving this country in a better direction.
What planet is he living on? Record gas prices, 40-year high inflation, costing families $5 grand more for their necessities. Sorry, Joe, that's the wrong direction. Here on planet Earth, Senator Johnson voted against Biden's massive deficit spending that sparked inflation, and he passed tax cuts to help Wisconsin families survive the economic turmoil caused by Democrats.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
You know, I love diners. And the one thing that makes them my favorite is that there are so many choices. You can get everything from fill-you-up breakfast to comforting dinners and even homemade desserts. But you want to know what my favorite diner food is? It's hot off the griddle home fries, like the ones we're making today. Here, we have about 2 pounds of red potatoes that we cut into 1-inch chunks. We put those in a bowl and add a couple of large onions that we chopped. To give this authentic diner flavor, we toss this with some paprika, garlic powder, salt, and black pepper. Now, just like they do at a diner, we cook these in a large cast iron skillet or on a griddle with a bit of vegetable oil. I like to cover them at first since the water in the potatoes creates steam, which makes them nice and tender. Then to finish them off, we'll uncover them and turn up the heat. This is when they get nice and crispy. And whether you serve these for breakfast with all the fixings or as a side dish with meatloaf, you can't go wrong. And if you have any leftovers, you can easily heat them up the next day. Actually, they might even taste better. To get the recipe for our sizzling home fries, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a dinerlicious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. They're good, huh?
And here's Chris with one final check of the weather.
Enjoy the sunshine the rest of this afternoon. Temperatures top out into the upper 70s. That comes with low humidity. It doesn't get much better than this, folks. 84 on Wednesday, mid-70s for Thursday and Friday. I can't rule out some showers on Saturday. Another chance of some rain Tuesday next week. But out of the 10-day forecast, 8 of them have highs in the 70s. Only 2 are in the 80s. So we're at that time of the year where we're starting to cool things down. We're seeing more and more cool fronts. As I said on the show this morning, I was in Fargo, North Dakota this weekend, and the trees have started turning color up there, like the yellows and reds. So
it's only a matter of time.
Fall is coming.
All right, Chris, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.